bloody gap finally opened in the previously impenetrable Roman center. High above the battlefield, Khalid ibn al-Walid saw the Roman center waver. He saw the shields break apart. The crack he had been waiting for had finally appeared. He drew his broadsword. The metal sang in the air. The sword of Allah signaled the mobile guard. It was time to deliver the death blow. The black banners surged forward. The gap in the Roman center, carved out by the sheer, terrifying willpower of Zara, was exactly what the mobile guard needed. The heavily armored Roman line, which had held with such desperate, agonizing resolve for hours, was now critically bleeding. Khalid ibn al-Walid did not hesitate for a single second. He spurred his massive Arabian warhorse into a full, thundering gallop. Behind him, the absolute heaviest, most elite shock cavalry in the known world lowered their lances and charged straight into the bleeding wound of the Roman formation. The physical impact was absolutely devastating. The Arabian warhorses smashed through the fractured shield wall like a hammer through brittle glass. Heavy Roman infantrymen, already exhausted from hours of brutal hand-to-hand combat, were violently trampled under the iron-shod hooves of the charging cavalry. The sheer kinetic momentum of the mobile guard shattered the Roman center entirely, violently splitting their unified field army into two disorganized, isolated halves. Once the heavily armored veterans of Khalid ibn al-Walid were inside the formation, the battle as a tactical engagement was effectively over. What followed was a terrifying display of close-quarters slaughter. The Roman wings quickly realized their center had completely evaporated. They looked frantically left and right, only to see that the undisputed masters of desert warfare were now violently enveloping them, attacking from the flanks and the rear. Panic, the absolute greatest enemy of the Roman military machine, instantly took hold. Discipline, the very foundation of their Roman legacy, vanished into the bloody mud. The Roman defenders broke. They abandoned their heavy wooden shields, dropped their long spears, and turned their backs to the enemy. They sprinted desperately toward the stone structures of the iron bridge. It was a chaotic, crushing, mindless stampede of terrified men trying to escape the flashing broadswords of the Muslim cavalry. But the geographic choke point that the Roman commander had relied upon to trap the Muslims now became a horrifying death trap